Hello and welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers. This is Joe Justice. We're here at Meetup 64 right here in Charleston, and I'm here with Mark. Mark, tell me, what's your hustle?
Well, to start with, I'm a state senator and I represent the 6th district, which is Wayne, Mingo, McDowell, and Mercer counties. But I come from a long line of entrepreneurs. My great-grandparents had a grocery store. My grandfather took that over, and then my dad had an offshoot of the automotive business. And I grew up around the used car lot, salvage yard, and towing. And now that's what I do when I have time, when I'm not making laws. But, you know, being a senator every year, I've been in there 10 years, and it eats up a little more and a little more of my time each year. But I still love automobiles, and, you know, it's just a pleasure to deal with the public. And that's what I did for years. And now I'm still dealing with the public.
And you say you do salvage, is that right?
Yeah, we have a salvage yard, and years ago I sold lots of used parts from the cars. Now pretty much I have a AAA towing service there, and that I only have time for that, and I barely have time for that. But and I have a pre-owned car lot. I enjoy that. I buy some cars off of Joe Powell at Capital City Auto Auction. And I'm a bit of a hands-on guy. Like, I can diagnose the problems with my cars. I used to do service work when I had time too for customers, but now I just concentrate on used cars and my towing. And it's a pleasure to do business in West Virginia.
Now, that's a business I imagine that has changed quite a bit over the years that you've been involved with it.
It has, actually. My location isn't the greatest in the world. I'm a half hour south of Huntington on State Route 152, and it's never been a high traffic area. But now with the advent of the internet, I can post the car online and the world's at my fingertips.
How much has that changed, the internet, when it comes to the automotive business? How much has that changed the way that people buy cars?
It's changed a great deal. You know, you can just get on online and do a search for the car you want and find the one closest to you. You know, sites like Facebook Marketplace, and just so many opportunities out there. And I need to actually get my used parts business updated and listed online. I haven't inventoried anything. It's kind of an old school business that my dad started years ago. We've been in the same location since 1967. So, and I grew up across from the business. My dad started out in this location with a pure oil gas station that turned into Union 76 in 1969. I was born in 72. And so I pumped gas at the two-pump full-service pump island, and my dad, you know, had a service center there, and we diversified over the years. My mom and dad were entrepreneurs that were always looking for a different way to diversify, and they've been distributors of flexing gate bumpers, and they were a Parts Plus warehouse distributor, and then they had the towing service opportunity come along in 1983, and I grew up around that. And, you know, just anything automotive, they did it, and they've been an inspiration to me and really helped me with my business since today. One last thing, I graduated from Marshall University in 1996 with 2 bachelor degrees, one in business management and one in marketing. So that helps me every day too.
Well, you know, you're a unique person for me, because one of the questions that I get, you know, people talk to me a lot about is how industries change, how businesses change, how to keep up with change. You know, you hear all the time from entrepreneurs, the thing that was working 10 years ago doesn't work anymore. But you've got a pretty deep root going back to the 60s. So what do you tell young entrepreneurs, business people? How do they manage change and keep up with change?
You just have to adapt and keep up with the current trends. I recommend going to conferences and expos to where you can see what's going on. I do that in my business. There's automotive related things that's going on that I try to keep up with current trends. Years ago it was magazines. Now pretty much all the information's online. And, you know, that's a very big benefit to me. One thing about it is my marketing degree, things have changed a little bit in marketing since 1996. So I probably need to go back and take some refresher courses.
Well, as we're kind of wrapping up here today, is there anything that's happening in the session right now that you'd like to talk about?
You know, there's some controversial issues coming about.
There always are, right?
We're going to continue to do some conservative things for West Virginia and try to do things to help the economy and the people of West Virginia, and just keep your eye on us. We've got some good things coming.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me here today. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching and listening. This is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler, reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.